Daniel.
It's Black History Month.
It is. It's Black History Month. So we just wanted to have a little conversation with each other, with y'all, and bring y'all in on our mindsets on a lot. So we'll be talking about whatever. Who knows where this will go. So
yeah, a bunch of different topics, a bunch of different things we'll go throughout the segments. Just being ourselves, just kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Daniel, are you ready to get this started?
Of course, let's do it. 100%. Always ready.
Let's get it.
You know what I mean?
Three times in a row.
That was cool, right? Nah, bro, don't judge me. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
We're just being us, guys. Just enjoy the ride. I guess we'll start with like more mainstream people in Black history that have kind of paved the way: the Martin Luther King Jr.'s, the Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass, the Sojourner Truth, like Malcolm X, and the list can go on and on. Harriet Tubman, all of that. But let's talk about some of the others that we don't really know about.
The hidden gems.
The hidden gems. There we go. They've also impacted the African American community, the Black community.
I'm hyped.
For
sure.
Where
we at? What we doing?
Who
are we talking about?
The different pioneers and have changed the world as we know it today.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you if I have heard of this person ever. So you read it off to me. Let's do it like that.
Okay, so we're gonna start with number one now.
Okay, bet. Let's do it.
Max Robinson.
Not a day in my life. Never.
Not a day in your life.
What'd he do?
Okay,
Max,
he actually was a trailblazer in broadcasting and journalism, and that was born in 1978.
Dang.
And he became the first person to anchor nightly news.
Oh, what?
First person to ever anchor nightly news.
No way, like ever?
Like ever.
Not first Black person, just ever.
He was the first Black person to anchor nightly news.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm shocked that they let a Black person be the first ever to do it.
Yeah, he's the first Black person to ever anchor the nightly network news or
that's
whatever.
Crazy.
So, and that's not something that you would be like, OMG, like I didn't even know that.
That's actually wild.
Isn't it? But my thing is this, you're so used to seeing the same faces all the time that you're like, what? I could have never thought. So someone that looks just like me at the end of the day was one of the first Black people to actually be on Nightly News Network. What about Ethel Waters? The first Black woman to enter the entertainment industry in the 1920s as a blues singer and became a Broadway star, because I know you're into music
Facts.
you sing.
I was about to say, I was trying to figure out what path you would go, but blues is exactly what I thought. Yeah, that would make sense for that time. That's crazy.
Back in that time, Daniel could have been a blues singer in another life, man.
Yeah, they was a different breed. I ain't gonna front. I'm good on that. Maybe back then, but nah. That's dope though. That's dope.
Isn't it? And then she ended up going on not only doing being a Broadway star, but basically having her own show. Her own show, the Ethel Waters Show. That's fire. And was nominated for an Emmy. When I tell you, was doing
how long? Right. What's happening?
A while, but
she was Black. That's actually wild.
Because it's hard
to get to that level.
Right, exactly.
Not going front.
But she had to have some type of determination and drive to get there. For
had
sure.
To.
From being, I'm gonna be multifaceted and multi-talented, to be a singer, to do Broadway, and then boom, have her own show and
that's
nominated
wild.
for
Like
Emmy.
to be on that stage in a time period where like every other person of a different skin color is giving you like the side eye, the mean side eye.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's good. That's awesome. Ethel Waters.
Max Robinson, Ethel Waters. People we've never really heard in the forefront of our mind when we think of Black history.
No, not at all.
It's like, wow, we out there doing it now.
That's fire. That's really fire. That's fire. Gordon Parks. Have you ever heard of Gordon Parks?
I have not heard of Gordon Parks.
I bet. Gordon Parks was the first African-American photographer on the staff of Life magazine. That's actually wild. That's crazy. And later helped found Essence. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Founded Essence, bro. That's crazy.
Essence just being the awesome magazine that it is, digitally and also still real hard copy these days, that you see in the grocery stores. Just to think that someone like us just started and helped.
That's so fire.
Just starting off from having a dream of just being I want to take pictures, I want to tell a story, I want to be a photographer, and then boom,
That's what's up.
Founding essence.
That's really cool. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a respect thing. It's a respect and love thing.
That's really cool. All right, I'm gonna continue. He was also the first black writer and director of a studio film, and his second movie, Shaft, helping to. Parks famously told Life in 1999, "I saw that the camera could be a weapon against poverty, against racism, against all sorts of racial wrongs. I knew at that point I had to have a camera." That's so fire.
Like, to know that so man had a vision, to know that he could really cool. Use his photos later on to make the world a better place and show what's actually going on.
Parks.
Gordon Parks.
You can't.
Max Robinson.
You can't just. Yeah.
Let's give them all a round of applause.
You did it the right way. Yes.
But like, just to think about like all these people, you would have never thought like I said, not them being in the forefront, like the mainstream. People in Black History pioneers, but it's just like, wow, like that's dope.
I mean,
to really think about it though.
It's unfortunate. I guess this is kind of scoping out like why are we not learning about these people specifically as well? Like that.
Man, and that's another huge topic. And that's another topic that we'd have to dive into another time because of how everything really is going with the schools and the critical race theories and
it's fine.
And them trying to remove it and erase us from history.
That's wild. That's wild.
Sorry, my passionate.
That's wild.
I'm just being very passionate. We will have to come back.
Next person.
We'll have to table it for another time.
We're going to table it for another time. Put it Shirley Ann Jackson. Have you ever heard of her?
Shirley Ann Jackson.
I
know the Jacksons, but not Shirley. Not
Shirley?
Dr. Shirley.
Shirley was on the Shirley? No. Shirley Ann? All right, Jackson.
ABC.
Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson was the first African American woman to earn a doctorate in nuclear physics at MIT. Come on. Black excellence and experiments paved the way for the fiber optic cable.
I'm telling you.
Fam,
mind blown, literally.
Portable fax and touch tone phones.
I'm telling you. So you're telling me.
And caller ID.
Before we even got here to the iPhone today.
What?
We're talking about way back when you go to your grandma's house and great granny house and aunts and uncles and being
crazy.
Like, they know who's calling because of
I ain't gonna front.
Because of Shirley.
All right, we're gonna time not a timeout.
Just a sidebar.
I had. I guarantee you, I don't know who came up with it after me, but I was the first person that I am aware of to ever think of FaceTime video calls. Don't judge me. I see your judgment in your face. I was the first person ever. I was on the phone at home when I was like 10 years old. I guess we can technically do the math to see when FaceTime. I was the first person. Whatever. We're gonna keep it there.
You was the first.
I was on the phone and I was like, bro, I would love to like see your face right now. Mm-hmm. Why is that not a thing?
So you're telling me you was a visionary at the age of 10 and didn't even like realize it?
I was that dude. And then all of a sudden, hey, you can look at the other person. I was like, I've been there. But
my thing is, you know they can hear us from the phones, man. So they probably all had already heard. So you're saying
and they that's what happened. I thought you were saying they coming from me. I was like,
no. They scooped it from me.
I got you. That's cool.
You know they be listening.
That's fine. They do be listening. It's okay. I know you're listening. It's fine.
It's fine.
Join the conversation.
It's fine.
Let's
but
keep it going.
That's super dope though. Just for her being like a woman, and I think a lot of stereotypes that they do put on women sometimes is just like, we got to be in the kitchen, we got to be cooking, we got to be cleaning and stuff like that. But honey, we can do it all. We can be in there, like doing physics and stuff like that, and MIT, how she was, and paved the way and stuff like that. I think that's dope because it's like she didn't put herself in a box.
Facts.
And I love that.
Literally,
and you know, Shirley doing it.
Shirley Ann Jackson. She one of them.
Thank you, Shirley.
She one of them. Come on, Shirley.
Because my grandma, my great granny wouldn't know if I was calling them Shirley if it wasn't for you.
Listen, that's a fact. That's crazy.
Garrett Morgan.
Okay, Garrett Morgan.
Ever heard of him?
Not heard of Garrett Morgan ever. Okay. Cannot say I have.
So you know you have go, and you know you have stop, but then
the yellow light.
The yellow.
Oh!
Yeah, like to slow down, caution.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I have to break it down for you. Like, we have go, we have stop.
That's actually fire.
My man Garrett
Morgan. Okay, Garrett.
1922. He was the first person. Yeah, the first.
They're just running people over there, huh?
The
That's
caution
crazy.
signal, which we now know as the yellow light.
Ooh.
So imagine, just go, stop.
That's crazy.
Go, stop. But this man was like, slow down.
Slow down, fam. What's wrong?
Slow down.
That's actually
Slow down.
Garrett Morgan. Props.
Yes.
Props. That's fire.
But he also, that's
crazy.
like so important, I think, because of the fact that like we be always on the go.
Of course.
And I think in life, that's kind of just,
Ooh.
if we could represent to today and right now in this moment, Daniel, I think just slow down.
Just slow down.
Slow
A word
down.
for your soul. Slow down.
Just slow down. Life is always hectic here, there, that, and the third. Everybody's in a rush. We're going to get there.
We're going to get there
eventually. And that's like
Prayerfully.
literally, metaphorically, all the things.
That's what's up. Garrett Morgan, props to you.
But my man was not only the person to patent,
More.
the caution signal, which now we know as the yellow light, which is helpful. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The caution is what he's trying to put out there.
Yes, of course.
But he also patented the first his own, I would say, breathing device in the earliest versions of like the gas mask. So you really think about like gas masks when I think about like protesting and riots and stuff like that, and he helped out with that too.
That's
to end up like protecting them.
Yeah. Like was he making it on the defensive side for him?
And then maybe I think that's what, because it was his own personal, and then I think that's when he started like, let me patent it and see how I can help other people. That's wild. But you know what? Here I'm about to throw a little tie in there for you. I'm about to throw a little tie in there for you.
All right, what up?
So we got Shirley Ann Jackson, who has the fiber optic cable, right, for the caller ID. So Shirley allowed us to call other people to let us know when the protests and stuff is going on, right? Yes. And then we got Garrett Morgan gonna come in with the with the gas mask, and then I got my man Gordon Parks that's gonna take the pictures to let you know what happened.
Listen,
boom, boom, boom.
Unity amongst the black folks. And it's all around the same time, ain't it too?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's actually fire.
And it's still being helpful today with everything really cool. going on crazy in the world.
Look at us, man. Black people are great. I have said this plenty times, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
We're amazing.
We're amazing. We are dope. The next segment that we're going to talk about today in this moment in time.
Sure.
Black History Month. We are still in February at the time of recording this. And we want to discuss what does Black History Month mean to us in general. So when I think of Black History Month, I think of my childhood. I'm not going to lie. Honestly, it saddens me a little bit. Like I was saying, we focused more on Black History Month when I was younger, like in school. High school for sure. I can't remember talking about it at all in college. And that's not okay. No. We didn't make it a thing to where we focused on it and centered our learning around learning about Black people and what they have done for us in general. It's sad. And I don't know. I wish we focused more on it as a community, as a people. And obviously, I don't know if you're on Twitter like that, but you have a whole Twitter section of Black Twitter. Like, Black Twitter is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole community.
They keep it real. Hard. They keep it real on Black Twitter. And in all honesty, you will learn more on Black Twitter and social media, on TikTok nowadays, about the hidden gems Black people than you ever did in school. Because in school, we went real surface level. And obviously, we're not like disrespecting the Martin Luther King Jr.'s, the Malcolm X, the Rosa Parks. Like, we're not dismissing them. Right. We're not dismissing at all.
I feel like it's just those, like I said, were mainstream.
For sure. But there were so many other people who contribute to African American history, Black history. Like you said, there are hidden gems that people don't really like know about all the time, or like, oh, I've heard the name, but I don't really know what they're associated with. Right, literally.
And how they've helped us. But I can definitely tell you, elementary school, middle school, moving into high school, I felt like it kind of dwindled off. We did the doors for Black History Month. Everybody on the halls. The classroom doors, and everybody would pick like someone, and then they would either dress up or whoever you want it to be, and then we also would decorate the door with either anything Black History Month or related, or either pick a specific person and actually put them on our door. That's really cool. And it would be like a contest and stuff like that.
That's dope. See, I mean, while that is cool, I mean, obviously you learned well, but I just hate how surface level all of the learning is in schools, as far as, and we're not here to roast schools.
No, we're
anything
not.
either, but it's like, I just wish I knew more about my people.
For sure.
Like, to think through, you have, I mean, and we'll talk about it later as well, like the Tyler Perrys, and this is just me, the people that I've looked up to growing up in my industry that I choose to go with. Like, I love singing, I love music, blah, blah, blah.
Acting.
I love videography. So, like, a Tyler Perry, a Broadway person, like Keegan Michael Key, Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Like, you got Keke Palmer. We were just talking about her the other day. Like, these people.
Just where she was. I'm so sorry.
No,
just coming from where she was, just a little girl and Akilah and the Bee.
Listen, Akilah and the Bee have my heart. I ain't gonna front.
Oh my God, to go from I'm Keke Palmer and this is who I am, and I've been me from the beginning. You either love me or you hate me, but this is what you
Facts. Got. And not afraid to be herself. Like, that's
afraid to be
a lot of times,
her.
and it's sad, but we kind of grew up in a society where we were told, if we talked proper, or this is for me as well, if I talked proper, I was, you talking white.
White, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah,
what do
I'm
you
just
mean?
talking.
I'm just talking how
I'm supposed to talk.
What do you mean? Why are you talking so white? It's
yeah.
Like, wait, why is that a thing? And for Keke Palmer to be a person where it's like, I'm gonna be myself. I don't care how you receive me how you want to receive me, but that's not gonna change who I'm gonna be. So
yeah,
that's dope.
It's so crazy because her being authentically herself. She went from Akilah and the Bee to all the roles in between to now working with Jordan Peele and all that stuff in that movie as well. And then also now has her own show on a network. And I was just like, she's
doing it, man. It's
making
really cool.
moves.
Really cool. Really cool. So in wide scope, I don't know if you actually answered, but what does Black History Month mean to you? Yeah.
Black History means to me, I would say culture. Just the culture, the love, the food, the soulness, the deep rooted, going back from anywhere from just cookouts to church to family to everything in between. And we talked about a little bit about you mentioned something about college. I took African American Studies literature. So I took that class because I was interested in that class and our people and stuff like that. So
that's true.
It opened up a wide range of what I was missing.
Right, you have the opportunity. I didn't even consider it. That's crazy.
But my thing is, it's an option to take it. But my thing is, what if certain schools don't have that?
That's true.
And you still want to know about your people.
True. Yeah.
You'd have to go to the museums or do the research yourself and stuff like that, and which is fine. But it would be nice to have it already in one place.
It's really unfortunate. But I mean, that culture, the one word that you said, that hit home. That hit home. Like, as soon as you were listing off the things, like the cookouts. I mean, I grew up in Black church, so Black church is a completely different thing. Like, you gotta. It is. Granted, that's a whole other conversation. But like, you talk about like. We were just joking about this earlier, but like the preachers and and for me personally, my dad is one of my heroes because he's a preacher, but he was one of the first preachers, and I guess this is Black history for me. Whatever it is, because my dad Black. Surprise! Oh my God! But yeah, he was one of the first preachers that I ever known or knew that would just talk and preach and crack jokes. Yeah. And for me, looking up to my dad, it's like, oh. You different from all these other people. Like, it's okay. I like that. That's the representation. Yeah. I mean, granted, on a small scale, but like on a bigger scale, we need the representation that we don't have, unfortunately, or that isn't broadcasted as much. To be a 5 to 10-year-old Black child in America and to not see you on a big screen means something like that. Oh, I won't ever be able to do that. So I close that part off in my mind and I choose another route to go in my career. Yeah. And it sucks. But nowadays it's way different. I do feel like it could be better, obviously, but it's still really dope. Like, for you, do you have any specific people that you look up to, I guess?
Aunties, the moms, the great grannies, the grandmas, like cooking on Sundays when we had the family gatherings, just the smell of the fried chicken when I did eat chicken at the time. Right. But just the grease just just going, like the music being put on, or like even if it's a cleaning Sunday and it's not us at a gathering or anything, it's just like clean up woman, like you just all kinds. You just know it's time to get up, it's time to clean. It's like that's just it just takes you back, and I just feel like being the woman that I am today, it just has shaped and molded me just as a young child to who I am now. For me, Black history is just family.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it boils down to.
It made me think of another person, family members that have made an impact. Just my older brother. Like, having my older brother be a dude, because I think you know this. Like, we was, like, I don't know how I want to say this. We were popular on YouTube growing up. And it's literally solely because of him.
Famous.
It's literally solely because of him. Like, he brought me on for whatever reason, but the fact that he even had such a creative mind and felt the freedom to do as much as he did and felt okay. Even, it goes a step above. Like, shout out to the parents. My parents, like, allowing him to be creative and flow in his creative freedom and buying him the things that allowed him to flow freely, like, and not, like, shutting down his dreams. Like, you need those kind of people in your life as well for the parents or the older generation to be able to put, you can do this in your mind and not, like, just shut you off as a young Black person or a young Black child, to have the person in your life that's going to push you on and not just shut down your dreams. It means something. Like, even I think teachers at my school, like Black teachers, I didn't have much, unfortunately. But for that, it pushed me to want to teach. However, I didn't end up a teacher, but it's fine. I still wanted to. That's fine. I still wanted to. I wanted to be a teacher. But even like walking around the schools, I was always close to my Black teachers because you were a person that I can relate to on a different level than anyone else around me, because obviously it's the unspoken truth. We're all Black. Like, it's, hey, I know you. I'm cool with you.
Yes,
like,
you're as soon as I see you, you're family.
Right. As soon as I see you,
it's
you're
the
family.
love.
And it's because we really don't. We don't have to say much for it to be like what's up, fam? And that's just, I don't know. It's an
unspoken thing.
It is. It's an unspoken thing, but it's really cool. It's really dope. But Black history in general, I guess that's what it means to us. Huh?
Yeah.
Good with that?
I'm good with that.
Cool.
Final topic of this episode, I would say, because, there could be more potentially to come. It's a heavy hitter, y'all. It's a heavy hitter. The importance of Black representation in the workplace.
Yeah.
We are currently in the workplace. We are currently Black in the workplace.
And yes, at our workplace, it's just facts. We are the only Black people here. And that's cool. It's fine. However, it's a topic and a conversation that needs to be had. It matters. It does matter. Representation of any kind matters.
Diversity matters.
Yes.
You matter.
It does. Like all of it. And I feel like a lot of times companies and businesses do the whole, hey, we care about this. Look. And
we have these people.
We have one of those.
We have one.
It's
we have one.
That's not the way this is supposed to go. It's like, look, love us, come work with us.
And
like,
then you get there, and then maybe their people aren't happy, or maybe they're leaving.
It's a whole topic of conversation that needs to be had, unfortunately, and it's fine, but it's also not fine at all. Like,
it's the point where it's like it's okay to not be okay.
All right, it's okay for it to not be okay, and the sad part about it is it gets swept under the rug so easily and so quickly. I feel like we have highlighted and put in neon lights like the whole racism is dead, and it's like it's not.
But my thing is, how can you say racism is dead and there's things still going on?
It's not.
Or you're trying to erase our history from schools.
Exactly.
And we barely have any in there already.
And you're giving us, we gave you a month to.
No, my thing is like, don't listen, Daniel. Don't put a Band-Aid over a wound.
Like without treating it.
Like, what is it gonna do? It's gonna get infected, and it's gonna continue to be deeper and deeper and deeper rooted.
That's a whole thing. That's a whole thing that the society does in general. People are, and this goes beyond the Black
community.
I was just gonna leave it at this goes beyond Black. No, this goes.
Yeah, but it's all honestly, it's all, I think, people of color.
For sure. And
all communities.
This conversation in general, it goes beyond color, it goes beyond racism, whatever. Like, it's a wide scope of people being scared to talk about things that are not okay, like, and should be talked about. Like, let's talk about this hurt or hole in your heart or whatever. Like, the things that people try to hide away and keep secret. It's like, talk about it, expose it. Like, it's okay, it's fine.
But I think when they don't talk about it, it also says something about them.
Oh, for sure.
Because your silence speaks volumes.
Oh, for sure. You can say that again. You can say
your
that again.
silence
It does.
speaks volumes.
It says more than you not saying anything at all. Like, it. Oh, so you're like, okay, that's fine. You're okay with it.
And I know sometimes when things happen in the world, people be like, oh, it's not my place. It's not what thing says. But my thing is, if you don't say anything, then you're just condoning what is happening. In my opinion, only in my opinion, you could feel differently, but say something, even if it's a thing like, we support you, we stand with you, we're gonna be, but do it in a genuine, authentic way.
That matters. At the very least, it does matter. And it means something when you don't say anything, like you said. Like, with this topic specifically, what was it, like 2020, where all of the everything with black people recently, like the killings and the riots and the police shootings and everything. Like, we were looking for people to stick up for us, because if we don't, I mean, obviously we've been screaming it and y'all ain't been saying anything about it. So, hey, you want to help a friend? We're friends, right? Yeah.
Right. But
Speak up.
Yeah, but my thing is this, is just like, you can see it happening and you want to help and do something, but until you take action and actually put forth that effort, then you might as well just not say anything. I
think another part with it is people don't think their voice matters as much as it does, but you have a voice for a reason, so you literally have to use it. And I'm speaking to myself as I say that as well, because if I don't say it, who will? You know what I mean? Like, if I can't rely on somebody else to say what I'm feeling for me, because you're not going to put words in my mouth, I don't want you to speak for me, because you might misconstrue my thoughts. It's like, I don't believe that at all, so I'm going to say what I was going to say and make it my own. I don't know. It's a whole thing, and it's a whole conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, we could talk about the pros and the cons of having black representation. I know I want to say the little tidbit of, I knew it was a time and a place where you could work or couldn't work in a certain place and be a part of those protests and things like that, because you're trying to show your support and trying to be out there without it possibly affecting your job later on and stuff like that. Or like, oh, you were a part of XYZ. Even if it's just as simple of like, a union type of thing, boycott. I think it was a video that surfaced where it was some type of local coffee shop, and she saw that all the people were like unionized, and basically they left out of the shop because they're like, we're not happy with what's going on here, regardless of what the issue may be. And then they all left. Yikes. And then the ladies on the phone like, where y'all going? No, we're out. Peace out, manager.
Yeah. I don't understand. Stuff like
that. But
that.
You matter at the end of the day. Like, I think people shouldn't, what I'm trying to say from that is, you shouldn't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in and that you're passionate about, just because of like, I'm going to come back to work tomorrow and I don't know if I'll have a job, because they saw me on the news outlet holding my sign up supporting us.
What I genuinely believe, but still scared for whatever reason that I'll lose my job because I'm standing up for what I believe in. Like, that's whack. That's stupid.
If that was the case, I wouldn't be wearing my barber shirt that has all of the different African American women's of how they wear their hair, or my black is beautiful.
Exactly. And this shirt, right? You know what I mean? This shirt that I'm wearing, it's brown, bro. Like, what do we? It's there, Yes. Clearly, I'm wearing it for a reason, bro. Why are you judging me? Why are you judging me? What's up with you? What's up with you? Get off me. But yeah.
Nobody has the right to judge anybody, regardless.
Black leadership also matters. I mean, I think we touched on it a little bit before, but like, to look up the ladder and be able to see yourself matters. Like, it's the same conversation for the 10-year-old kid. Yeah. Like, if I can't look up to where I want to go and see me represented, I won't think I'm able to get there. Yeah. And it matters. Well, not even unfortunately. It does matter.
It does matter.
It just straight up matters. It's not unfortunate whatsoever. Just another thing. Another part of the conversation.
I think having leadership in general, it also helps you decide companies you want to work with and companies that you will, keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
for sure. But at the end of the day, it's just like if I see someone who looks like me, and I'm speaking for myself, who is a African American Black female, who is doing big things, that's gonna make me gravitate to that company because I'm like, she's me.
Yep.
She's where I want to be, and like, moving forward, hey, that's destiny.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't. that was funny. I ain't go for it. All right, round of applause. We're gonna pause.
Oh, yes.
That was good.
But no, it's just the fact that it does matter. I mean, how about you as being an African American male, Black male?
It definitely does matter, and I think I'm realizing it more and more as I get into my professional career. Just because, like, growing up, I was always the token Black guy. Like, I was always the guy that was just surrounded by, white people or other races, whatever.
Right.
Like, just because I wasn't afraid to step out of the comfort zone or whatever. I guess, like, I had a group of Black friends, and I also had a group of white friends. I had a group of mixed company, whatever. Like, it didn't really matter, but I'm not gonna not be or not talk to you or not be your friend or whatever just because your skin. Like, I wasn't raised that way. Like,
same.
When I played baseball, I was maybe 1 or 2 at the most ever. I think the most Black people we had on a team was 2 people out of 15 kids.
Wow.
So it's like, I'm used to being like the little people out of the bunch. Like, the minority is what I'm saying. I'm used to being the minority of the bunch. So it's like, now going into the workplace is weird for me because I'm used to being the minority of the bunch in my head. But now it's like, wait a minute, that's not okay. It's not okay. Can I get some representation? Like, can I get another coworker who's Black? Like, is that okay? Is that okay? Like,
it's okay. And trust me.
I don't know. A part of me wants to question, is it okay to question management and leadership on those things? Like, to what you were saying, are you comfortable with not only holding up the sign, but also, like, sitting down and having a meeting, like, hey, where the Black people at?
Yeah.
Like, can we do something about this?
And I don't mean just like show me one to prove that you have one available to me, but like, show me one that is actually moving upward in that ladder, and also show me that, because at the end of the day, I know I want to be that person that somebody else is looking up to later on in life if I am able to propel to higher as well.
To be comfortable having that conversation and not falling back into the background and being like, I'm just here to do whatever and to do my job and go home to get paid. But it's like, what actually matters? What does matter? And what are you okay with speaking up about?
But my thing is also just, too, if we don't speak up or say something or start that conversation, how will it ever be brought to the forefront for us to make the change?
That's very true. And, that's part of the thing I was saying earlier. Like, people got to be comfortable with knowing that your voice matters. Because if you don't ever say anything, then, from the other side, everything is working perfectly fine. Yeah. There's no problem here if nobody's saying anything. But it's like, on the backside of it, there's a list of complaints that nobody has ever said or nobody has ever brought to light. So that's a fair point.
And do you feel like with that list that comes involved is putting your feelings in the background?
Yeah. That's tough.
Like separating those feelings from work, knowing that they will be intertwined at the same time. Because it's just like, I'm doing these videos. I want to see, when we do different videos for different clients, I need everybody. The world's a melting pot. I need everybody of every race. Because my thing is, I don't know who's going to see this video.
Exactly. And my it's the same. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
I was going to say, it's the same topic. It's like, the people who are viewing the video need to see themselves represented. Like, so it's like,
because it's like, well, is this place not for me?
Right. Exactly.
Is this business not for me?
It only makes sense because if we're doing it,
is this playground not for me?
If we're doing it for the clients, it has to be represented in your workplace as well. Yeah. Question mark.
Yeah.
Exclamation point.
And I think that's the hard conversation that you might have to have with your company or your clients, and be like, I need somebody from every race represented. I need, and say it in a way of...
I'm saying, that's okay to say.
And then this is okay, because it's just like, how will they know if you don't bring it to the forefront?
Because if it matters, then it matters. If it doesn't matter, then... I feel like that's harsh, though to say, but it's also, I mean, it's just true.
I feel like you
you'll
could say
speak
it
up
in a
on what
way,
matters.
though.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like strictly direct, but maybe something you could talk about beforehand before you even get in that situation. Be like, well, this is kind of what our rough draft is and kind of what we're expecting, and we would love to have different families of this ethnicity or, diversity type of group. That way everyone is brought to the forefront and shown in that light.
Not mad at it. In a broad spectrum.
But don't give me that same one kid that I see in the same video
listen.
is not even actually.
That was literally.
Not because I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's literally. Oh, there he is. Like, there they are. There's the color, because everyone else here is
not. Yeah.
But it's highly unfortunate.
Yeah. African American hairstyles in the workplace.
Oh,
African American hairstyles in the workplace, and how that has, I guess, impacted impacted me, because you've had a bunch of different hairstyles, and so have I. So
I mean, it's cool. I was always the person that was concerned that my hair would affect my position at my job, unfortunately. And it's very
talk about it.
It's a terrible mindset. But it's not, because we've heard and we've read stories about people getting. I've literally remember reading a story, and I don't know what state it's from. Forgive me, but it's like some girl. I don't know if she was in high school or what year she was, but she got sent home because her hair was in an afro.
Yeah.
It's like, you're unprofessional or something
and
like
distracting.
that. And it's like, I'm sorry.
What?
Do you know how this works?
How it grows out my hair this way.
Like, this is just, I don't know what you want from me. And to call it unprofessional is just a shot at us.
Yeah.
Like, how else do you want to say it? I mean, it's literally the we were here first, and this is how it's supposed to be, so you're different, so you have to change to us. Yeah. That's literally the background of what you're saying.
Get rid of you,
yeah,
and become us.
For
more
sure.
like us. But at the same time, it is a shock to the system, because it's just like, why is what I have not good enough?
Yeah.
Like, this is how it grows out my hair. This is out my head. Like, this should be enough for you because it's enough for me.
Because it's perfectly fine. This is how I was raised. This is how I grew up. Like, what's the problem?
And then that, you got to think about, like, it has to start somewhere as like a little thing in the ear. And then it hits deeper and it hits deeper, because that's the thing, is just like, that goes from, I can't wear my hair like this. Am I not enough?
Yep.
I can't wear my hair like this. Am I beautiful? Like, I can't wear my hair like this. I'm not like society. So what is left for me? Where am I supposed to go?
What am I supposed to do?
Or what am I supposed to do?
What's the goal here?
We are coming a little bit further than we were with hairstyles, because like, we have the different laws that are in place that say you can't tell them what to do with their hair, and it's so sad you have to put a law or a bill in place.
That is a thing, is
for
idiotic.
Even to be a thing, like,
it's a thing. I mean,
that's wild to me.
It's really sad, but you also have to think in the mindset of, like, we're not that far removed from slavery, so
This
it's like
true.
The fact that we're a couple generations, if that, removed from us pulling around your dirt, like, and picking your cotton, like, that's just the truth of it.
That's the truth.
And that's a wild truth.
It is.
But to know, I mean, the fact that we have to make laws for that is,
laws.
it's stupid, but mindsets need to shift, and they're shifting now, as you're saying. So it's a good thing, I guess.
I love that the shift is happening, because there's so many different women that I've seen in different work fields and career paths and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna rock my natural hair.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna rock my braids.
I ain't gonna front. I love it.
I'm gonna rock my shortcut. I'm gonna rock.
Who are you to tell me otherwise? Like, what?
I'm gonna rock my bald head. Like,
and that's fine.
Be a bald daddy
that's
out
perfect.
there.
Literally
like,
going down the list.
Everyone
going down the list. That's
afro,
fire.
Ponytail, puff,
that's
bald.
Fire.
Like, all women
that's
of
really
different
dope.
colors. Like, they're still beautiful at the end of the day. But I just think it's empowering to see these women to be like, this is who I am. This is what I'm giving you, and
Kiki
you're gonna
Palmer,
love
like it or not, fam.
This is who
it's
it
me,
is.
and that's what you're gonna get.
I love
100%.
that.
So.
How do you feel, Daniel? Because you used to have locks, and you transitioned, and then like just enjoying your curly hair.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
the fact that it just came back to my mind. Like, the reason I wanted locks in the first place was, that's crazy. I don't know how I forgot that, but it's literally because I remember starting my locks and thinking, like, I'm gonna be the difference. Literally the reason why I started locks. Like, I'm gonna be the black guy who's gonna have dreadlocks, and I'm gonna walk up to white people and smile in their face, and they're not gonna be afraid of me. Like that's the reason why I wanted to have my locks. And when it came time to cut it, I wasn't sad because I felt like it was a spiritual thing. Like I felt like God told me to do it. But in doing that, all of the list behind why I did it came with the cutting of the locks. Because it was like, all right, bet, did you accomplish your goal with your locks? Like, did you feel like you, like, literally everywhere I went, like, even if I was having a terrible day, like, had the worst news ever before I entered into a place of business or a store or whatever, I would, like, deep breaths, put a smile on, because I don't want you to have a bad perception, like, oh, there goes the mean, mad black guy. Right, exactly.
My thing is, go for it. Oh man, it have to be another topic, but the topic would have to be, why do you see my skin color as a threat?
It's a fact though, but I mean, it goes with the hairstyle as well, because the locks, for me, I felt like people had a perception of if you had dreadlocks, then you were scary. If you had dreadlocks, you were a gang member. Like I've been told that I'm a gang member unintentionally, like. Just slipping out of your mouth. Oh, that's really how you feel. Like that's That's crazy.
First of all, if you know the character and the person that you are, you would know and think some things should just not be said.
You would think, but
Daniel, well, we can confirm that you are not.
I'm not a gang member unless you talking about the army of the Lord. That's
JC.
It's the only squad I'm a rep.
I know that's
the
right.
army of the Lord.
You better say that, man. You better say that.
Listen, that's all I got. But the fact, I just remember vividly that being the reason why. It's crazy that I forgot that completely.
And I wanted to bring it to the forefront because I'm like, he hadn't talked about him and his transition from having taken that journey and growing them down, really and what that commitment was to him, and then to be able to.
It was a full commitment, and there were plenty of times where I wanted to cut my hair, but I literally remembered, like, nah, I'm not. I don't feel like I accomplished the goal yet. Like, people still out here thinking dreadlocks are dangerous, and see,
and guess what?
I have a smile on my face. We're fine
them now,
right? Exactly.
No matter what color you
That's crazy. That's good. That's good.
That's
what's up.
And thank you for sharing that with us, because you could be helping somebody out there right now who has locks and stuff like that.
That's crazy. Somebody watching might have my locks because I sold them. That's really weird to think about. I sold my locks, so somebody might be like, "Oh, sure.
Are these yours?"
My locks out there, like, yo.
Yes, I love it.
That's so dumb.
As we wrap up, it's been a great conversation. It's been a great tied to Black History Month, the love, the history, the experiences, the representation, like all of it. Just, I just love it.
Hey,
but
Black people are great.
We are great.
Black people are great.
Greatness.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Black.
You just going. Black.
Hey. Get it.
We black. Get it. We black.
But as we do our little dance breakdown, as we wrap up, because we know we hate to go on you guys, but as we wrap up, we want to talk about the importance of having safe space for Black male and females in the workplace, in society. So I guess, Daniel, to you, what does that mean to you, having a safe space and place and feeling safe enough to be yourself?
Oof.
In environments, different environments.
That comes with me kind of gauging the field. Like, I have to walk into a space and see how you behave, which is weird for me. But, like, I have to be around you long enough to know if you, it's weird to say it this way, but, like, deserve to get me. And I'm breaking out of that because I want to be the person, and I am the person who is going to be like, I'm going to be me regardless of if you like me or not. Like, if you going to treat me some kind of way, it is what it is. But I'm Daniel, and my last name is McLemore, and you going to like this or not. It really don't matter to me. Like, that's my personality. And so I'm growing into not being the person that's going to shade my light, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna put a
no pun intended.
I'm fire. That boy nice. That boy nice. You know what I'm saying? That boy clean. I'm not gonna put a shade. I done messed it up. I'm sorry.
Look at you, my OCD.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But no, I get that. The same way you're like, I'm Daniel McLemore, this is who I am. I'm TLC and that's me. Like,
That's
that's who you get.
And
like,
that's okay.
And that's okay. But my thing is, I do think it's important to, like you said, gauge the environment. Unfortunately, subconsciously and unsubconsciously, because it's like, how do I know I can truly be myself outside of the people I'm comfortable with and show up fully as myself?
Yeah.
Without me knowing first. It's like a domino effect. It's like, oh, I see, okay, this falling, that's cool, this person's cool, that person's cool. Okay, I can kind of release a little bit of myself.
For sure.
But I still need to keep something to myself because of the simple fact of, if you know all of me, then what else is there to learn?
Yeah. And as you say that, it's like, as the dominoes start to fall, it can be like one little comment that said one little thing out of line, like, why did you have to say that? Like, we couldn't just shut up.
We couldn't just.
In all honesty, we've been there. Where somebody says something and it's like, what? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
And now you were creeping up to a good place, but now we all the way back here. It's like, why would you say that? Is that really how you feel? Like, and then it's the train of thought. It's like, oh, is that really how you feel? Is this how you are, like, all the time?
Yeah.
Is that like the whole, when a person shows you who they really are, believe them kind of thing, or is this like is that a slip up? Is this a one time only thing? Like, am I gonna let that pass? Or am I gonna bring it up? Like, I'm just, this is like all the things that run down in your mind. It's like, fam, all right, so I got to go through this list of things. Like, am I gonna confront you on this? Because also, like, I'm not gonna blah 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 and all these things now, but I'm not gonna do that because why would you even say that in the first place? Like,
my thing is though, I think it's so hard and kind of difficult for us to just separate the two, because it's just like, I want to show up as me, but will you judge me for being me?
For sure.
And then make slick comments of X, Y, Z.
Right.
And that's not what I'm here about. But so, guys, you don't know this, but Daniel's literally my best bud. Like,
you know what time it is?
He's like, I don't know. We're so I love you. We're so similar in how we are. Man, you're family. Like, I don't even know you yet, but you're family. Just because I can relate to you on so many different levels. And it's like, you're like the male version of me.
It's dope.
And so it's like, I'm going to gravitate toward what's familiar.
Yeah, it's cool to find a good friend in the workplace. Like, just
good friends in the workplace is a good one too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really cool to know that you can be yourself around somebody and not have to, what I said earlier, put a lampshade on your light. Like,
censor yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to censor yourself. You can be fully yourself. I mean, and this goes beyond like the black conversation as well. But we said it earlier. We said it earlier as well. It's low key, and I don't know why it's that way. It might be something for us to internally. I don't know, and us to internally like decide and figure out. But there is like an unspoken, hidden like.
I got you.
With black people, like, it's just a thing. I don't know how you want me to explain it.
I don't know.
It's really
feel
weird.
Like I said, it's community, it's love, it's being there, like knowing, like, your family. I got you.
Right.
Like,
somebody understands.
I understand what you're going through. I understand that you may be stressed right now because you got 12,000 projects on your plate.
And
because I got 12,021 projects on my plate.
It's interesting, and I mean, even outside of just us, it's like. It's actually just a thing. Yeah. Like, seeing people on the street, it's like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
I do it all the time. Man, it's weird. I don't know.
I felt like that all the time. It's just like, it could be the simplest thing as like holding the door for somebody.
For sure.
And it's be like, or I see somebody in a restaurant that I'm trying for the first time. Y'all ate here before? Like, how's the food? Like, tell me the real deal. Like, I'm on vacation and I see my people. We in Jamaica. We everywhere. Yes.
I don't know, man. I really don't understand, but I mean,
it's like cousin.
It's the unknown family. I don't get it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's for us to understand or try to figure out, but it's dope and it's really cool, and I appreciate it. I appreciate being able to walk into a space. Not know people, but see, like, it has to be like a mental thing. Like, I promise you, a stress release when you walk into a room that you are new to or whatever, and you see a black person. Like, it's just seeing them. Like, we haven't locked eyes yet. We haven't said, hey, we haven't shook hands. We haven't spoken a word, but I see you there. All right, bet I'm a little bit more comfortable. I'm a little bit more comfortable here.
Like, usually you
and it's weird. I don't know.
You can usually drop a pin in the room and hear it ping the floor, but as soon as I feel like sis.
It's
how you
good.
Doing today?
It's
how
good.
you feeling? Like
it's a good feeling. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not
like,
gonna shy away from the fact that it feels good. Like it's a good feeling to know like it's not just me here.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Now I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed. I don't know. It's weird, but I like it. I'm not gonna say like I hate it because it's really dope.
Yeah,
Just
that's so true.
It's really cool.
I think it's important to have those spaces and places.
Safe place.
Always, because you never know what someone is dealing with internally. You never know what somebody's dealing with, and we're going to get deep for a second. You never know what somebody's dealing with outside of work.
Yeah.
So for you to come in work and have to have a guard up the whole time and not even be yourself, walk on eggshells, that adds more stress to your workplace.
Because you're at work a lot. If you think at the very least 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's a long time to not be you.
Exactly.
Like when you know, like I can't be blah blah blah. I can't be carefree. I can't be myself. That's a long time. I can't
even breathe to take my lunch without like someone just being like, what is she doing over there?
It's a lot.
Or just randomly singing and being like, listen, are you good? I'm beautiful.
Perfectly fine, actually. Thanks. What's up?
Yeah.
But nah, this is dope. Great conversation. Yes. I enjoyed it all.
Yes.
This was a great
To be continued.
Hopefully.
If y'all hear I don't know what part is gonna be on where we're gonna post it on what platform, but if y'all hear pieces and things that sparked your interest, start the conversation in the comments. Tell us topics you want to hear about next.
Facts.
Anything for you, Daniel?
Just be real. Let us know.
What you think?
My name is Daniel. Her name is
Tiffney.
We are working at a company called As Told By right now. So this is where we are. We are not the only employees here. No. So this may or may not be one of the only times it won't be the only time you see us, but there may be other people in these chairs doing a podcast, having a conversation. We are just the fourth. I don't know what I was trying to say. We are the first people.
First people doing it. It's Black History Month.
It's Black History Month.
We in there.
We're black. We are black. Yes. This is As Told By. We're out of there.
It's a good time always and everything. But until next time, we out.
See y'all later. Bye.